Hello everybody, this is the Lozzie 88. Welcome back to another Buffy the Vampire Slayer graphic novel slash comic slash not quite sure what this is compendium type thing. This is the Buffy the Vampire Slayer Season 8, Volume 2. I've just finished Volume 1. The Volume 1 book was incredible, but it was my first time reading a comic style book, so I kind of need to go back and read it again before I actually start this one, because I think I might have missed quite a bit of like the subtext. You know, like the facial expressions. I read the words, I glanced at the pictures, I just wanted to know the story. And I think I need to go back and really properly read it again, and then I'll start this one. So I should know who's on the front of the book. I don't. This is Buffy. It's most definitely Buffy. But I don't know who this is. It's another one of her slayers, but I don't know who. I really loved the quality of the images, and it wasn't a hard book to go through, the first one. I just don't think I'm used to, you know, stopping and looking at pictures. I'm just not used to that, so I think I'll get better at reading and looking. So I kind of know the basic plot, but before I start this one, I just want to go back and reread it and just make sure that I've picked up on everything so that I don't miss any clues, so that I can figure out what's going on. So it says, Season 8, Volume 2. The Slayer army encounters huge obstacles while Twilight's threatening reach... Oh, sorry. Start that again. The Slayer army encounters huge obstacles while Twilight's threatening reach continues to expand. Buffy and her slayers travel to Tokyo to face vampires who possess powers only seen before in Dracula. Then, investigating the secrets behind Buffy's scythe, Willow and Buffy travel to New York, where Buffy is transported to a dystopian future and immediately encounters Frey, future Slayer. The continuation of Joss Whedon's television hit Buffy the Vampire Slayer in comic form was a groundbreaking venture when Season 8 launched. It brought a beloved cast of characters back to fans who had been waiting years for an official follow-up to the live-action show. Written by Joss Whedon, Drew Goddard and Jeff Loeb, with art by series artist George Gentil, Carl Moline and Eric Wright, with a team of animators. This library edition contains the third and fourth arcs of Season 8, a standalone story starring Willow, and an expanded sketchbook featuring the preliminary art of George Gentil and Carl Moline. So, it's very exciting. So in the first book, I had a little bit of trouble at the beginning figuring out the who was who, because it doesn't just introduce you like, hi, I'm Willow. So, and obviously the cartoon style is slightly different to the television. You know, you can't draw somebody exactly the same. You can kind of see Sarah Michelle Gellar here, but the actual images inside the actual comic is a little bit different to these main pictures. So I had a little bit of trouble figuring out who was who. But once you kind of get past that, I mean, you could definitely tell who Xander was. I mean, eye patch much, but I really enjoyed the whole thing. And I'm so excited. I'm going to open this one. Slayer Legion is organised and encountering mega obstacles, while Twilight's threatening reach continues to expand. Buffy experiences her first face-to-mask encounter with Twilight, as well as an encounter with one of her Slayers, of an entirely different kind. Then, when a powerful witch and a group of vampires who have abilities only before witnessed in Dracula infiltrate the Scotland base and steal Buffy's scythe. Buffy and her team follow their trail back to Tokyo. Meanwhile, Xander must recruit an old friend if Buffy and the Slayers hope to make it out of Tokyo alive. Investigating the secrets behind Buffy's scythe, Willow and Buffy head to New York. In an unexpected turn of events, Buffy is transported to a dystopian future, where she meets Frey, future Slayer. As Willow struggles to return her friend to the present, in the future Buffy must join forces with Frey to stop an ancient evil if she hopes to ever return home. That sounds really cool. And there's dawn. You see what I mean? Like, I know it's dawn, but it doesn't really look like dawn. The comic style is a bit different, so it's just... I'm just going to show you a small amount because I don't want to spoil it for myself. So that looks really awesome. And I know these books can be expensive, they're about £25 each, but they are well worth it. The first book brought back kind of this nostalgia feeling from reading it and kind of, you know, remembering the TV show. I really wish they'd do like a one-off Buffy the Vampire Slayer movie where they bring the characters back and they're older now and it's like the next generation of Slayers, but Buffy is once again called forward to do her duty. That would be epic. So I make these last a little bit longer. I only allow myself to read a few pages at a time, which is why it's taken me so long to read the first one. And I've got the third and fourth book. Well, I mean, I haven't got them yet, but because they're kind of pricey, my dad bought them. The comic book shop that ordered them in for me, he ordered 3 and 4 at the same time so that he could save himself some postage as well, I assume, so, you know, I don't mind. But I could only afford this book at the time. I was like, oh god, I've only got the money for one. So my dad said, well, if I buy you book 3 and 4, you don't get them till Christmas. So this has to last me till Christmas. Which I expect it will. Because I want to reread the first book. And then I want to read this one probably twice as well. It looks amazing. I mean, the colouring, the shading, the style is just... It takes some getting used to, but it's amazing. I'm a comic novice, so it's a bit confusing for me. Alright guys, so this is my Buffy the Vampire Slayer Season 8, Volume 2, and yeah, I'm gonna go and start reading Volume 1 again so that I can get onto this. Alright, bye!